What's up, snake fans? Dave Palumbo here for Muscle Serpents Daily, and today we're going to be looking at female ball pythons predominantly that are either in the process of breeding still, or just starting breeding, or maybe didn't breed this year, and looking at some cool ones that have produced some stuff that maybe is just underrated. You know, underrated, underappreciated, as I like to call them, Darkhorse ball pythons. So we're going to take a look at some of these and see what the potential of some of these females are, what they can produce, and stuff that maybe people never even thought about. So let's go into that snake room and take a look and see what we got. You know, I pulled open this tub and I've shown you the snake probably before. It's just such a beautiful albino. I love albinos. This is a possible super orange dream albino. I think it is super orange dream. Produced this in 20, and we're breeding her. She is just so nice, the snake. I can't believe she's a little skittish, but she is beautiful, beautiful snake. You know, when you see a snake like this, you can understand why people love albinos. Oh, she's freaking out for some reason. All right, we'll leave her alone. She's not in a good mood. I just wanted to show it to you. One of the nicest albinos I've ever made. Here's another beautiful snake right in the drawer right above. Where I just showed you that albino. This is a fire Mandarin. I talked about Mandarin a lot last week and how much I love it. This girl is 2020. She's 2.5 years old almost. And I'm hoping she's going to breed this season for me. So I'm growing her up. I love how fire and Mandarin look together. I really do. It's a really nice combination. Because fire is kind of nice on its own, but then Mandarin just adds that that orange, burnt red look to it, and I think there's just so many possibilities with this combination. So we're breeding her to a leopard yellow belly clown, actually. So we want to get yellow belly in this. We also want to get leopard into the Mandarin, and then of course we're going to create het clown. So that's going to be some good babies to grow up and then breed obviously down the road to try to produce some crazy super Mandarin, clown, leopard, fire stuff. If you notice, I'm purposely avoiding putting any kind of orange dream into Mandarin because I just think it's going to muddy the waters and you're not going to be able to tell what's what. So you won't know if you got Mandarin or orange dream, and then you're going to be guessing, and then you got to keep them separate for now. Until we have like a lot of super Mandarins and a lot of super orange dreams, and then we can maybe breed them together at some point. I think at this point though, if you mix the two, you're gonna be selling a mess to people, and you're gonna be selling possible thises and possible that's, and people are gonna be very confused unless someone makes an incredibly insane combination of the two. I just don't think people are gonna really dig having possible Mandarin, possible orange dream. I'm really surprised that this female has not laid a clutch of eggs for me. I have a feeling she's not going to go this year. We thought she was gravid. We have a red little tag on the cage here. This is a spider orange dream, fire or vanilla het clown. I just always loved the way the snake looked, and because of that, I just kept her back. I held her back and I wanted to breed her out. We're breeding her to a Russo Enchi clown. And she obviously is going to make this look better. Russo, the clowns look incredible. I saw those a few years ago, and that's when I got into I bought this visual because I was so impressed with how the Russo and clown interact with each other. So we'll see. She might still go. There's a possibility. I mean, I don't know. I think she would have laid already if she was going to go. She probably reabsorbed her follicles. Here's a really nice snake. This is a super Enchi clown female that I bred. She was a little small, but she was eating really well, and I bred her this past season. And then I don't know, she just stopped eating, and then I don't know, she just looked like she got smaller, and then we saw some breeding action, and then she started eating again. So I don't know. I obviously she's not going to go. She's too small, but she might go early in 2023, which might be good thing. I just think she needs more size. I thought she was going to go anyway, but like I said, sometimes these snakes, you start breeding them and then they just go crazy and eat and lay a great clutch of eggs. Sometimes they just go the opposite direction. So got to keep an eye on it. At least she's, like I said, she's eating. So that's fine for me. As long as the snake is eating, I'm happy. I'll just keep breeding her, and whenever she wants to go, she'll go. Here's one of the best snakes that I produced. It has like just no hype, totally underrated, Darkhorse, gorgeous snake. This is a caramel glow, which is a hypo caramel spider pinstripe. It's like one of these, like, well, no one really wants all those genes together. It looks awesome. She's huge. She's a great eater. I hope she'll breed this year. Actually, we've been breeding her this past season. She's, just amazing looking snake. Look at the color and the brightness. The hypo gene with the caramel gene looks incredible. Now, everyone loves ultramel hypos, which are ultra glows. These are called caramel glows, which are the originals. People have this like bad taste in their mouth for the caramel gene because they think there's a lot of deformities. And in some lines of caramels, you do see deformities. I haven't noticed that in mine at all. I got very lucky with a really good line of them. I produced some amazing caramel glows, caramel glow pinstripes, caramel glow spiders, and then this is the spinner. That has all the genes in it. So we'll see. I really love this snake. Like I said, I really think she's just really totally underrated. Look at the belly. Look at the sides. There's just a lot going on there. All that white from the spider. She's a really good eater. Beautiful, beautiful girl. Unheralded. This female might not look like much. She's a hypo, but she's got some hidden genes there. Not hidden, but she's got some het genes that she's carrying that made some amazing snakes about 1.5 years ago. She's also het pied and het ultramel. And she was the girl that was responsible for producing my Orange Dream Ultramel, or Ultra Glow Pieds, I should say. So Orange Dream, Ultramel, Hypo Pieds. Now the male was the Orange Dream, but she was the one who proved out to be both pied and Ultramel. She was possible het pied, but I always saw pied markers on her. I saw like almost like a little ringer here, so I kind of felt confident with the train tracks that she was going to be het pied, and she did. But it worked out well, because I'll show you some of her babies to remind you how awesome they were. And we finally got her back into the, she's just been putting her size back on, so we just started breeding her again. We're trying to repeat that breeding because it was so good the first time. We'd like to get it duplicated. She's awesome, but she did great for us. So sometimes you got hets that you think, maybe they're not that valuable. Well, this girl was very valuable in producing the first Orange Dream Ultra Glow Pied. Here's an amazing, amazing female with tremendous genetic potential. We produced some incredible babies from her about 1.5 years ago. She's an Orange Dream Super Enchi Red Stripe Fire. Super Enchi OD Red Stripe Fire. She almost looks super Orange Dream. I don't think she is. She didn't prove out to be the super Orange Dream, but she's gorgeous, and she's yellow belly. I think I said that too. So my point is that if you're looking to produce really orange snakes, sometimes you don't even have to care about the pied or the clown. And I like her because she makes really, really bright, clean orange snakes. And for an adult, she's looking still pretty really orange herself. You can see that little red stripe in the tail there. I didn't even know she was super enchy. She proved that. She looks super enchy, but you always have to prove it out. I proved that out, so she'll be going this year again, hopefully. This was one of the really first super high-end snakes that I felt that I ever produced. This was like when I first started, breeding, and I think it was the first clutch I ever produced, or one of the first or second clutch I ever produced, and this little baby came out. It's a Ghi Mojave, which I always loved. Bred to a Coral Glow Pastel, and I hit every gene. So I got the Ghi Mojave Coral Glow Pastel, and this thing was purple when it was born. I just produced one I think it was 2 years ago, or in 21 I produced one, and it was like basically a carbon copy of this one. It was a female too. I sold it, but she was also crazy purple. The girl who bought her was so happy with that snake. I mean, she was ecstatic. And you can see why, even in older age, as you know, ball pythons get a little yellow, most snakes get yellow as they get older. Still, you can see the purple head, but this whole body was purple. And just think of it, it looks exactly like a Ghi Mojave, just with, you know, with the banana and pastel influence in it. And it's crazy looking, right? She's gonna, hopefully, she's been eating, so we've been breeding her, so hopefully we'll get maybe some more crazy. I think they call them, I forget what this combination is called. It's like a coral something or another. Coral reef, I think they call this. But I was going to call it Cape Coral, and then I found out it was, I think it actually, I mean, I don't even know if it has a name or not. I think it was originally called the Coral Reef. They used to give everything names back in the day. Now there's so many multiple gene combinations that you only give the really special ones. Although this one looks really special. This is crazy high. This is the only one of my het rainbows from 2018 girls that did not breed. She hasn't bred for the last 2 years. And I've seen locks, everything, every breeding action. Look, she's still wrapping water bowls. And I don't know why I can't get a clutch from her. She's an Enchi Hypo, 100% het rainbow. She's gorgeous. You know, she obviously can produce some really nice rainbow stuff. And she just hasn't gone. She's the only one. The other four, they pop out eggs every single year. They're great breeders. And she was a good breeder also her first year. But I don't know why. She's been, something just hasn't been clicking, you know. Sometimes you just don't push the right button, so to speak. Hopefully we will, because she is eating and she's exhibiting breeding type behavior. So I'm going to keep putting a male in with her. Speaking of Ghi Mojave, this is Ghi Mojave het pied. We've actually gotten a clutch from her before. We didn't get one this past year yet, though, so I'm still breeding her. You know, I wanted to obviously produce something really cool, Ghi pies, but I wanted to get Enchi into the mix because I felt that would be produce a higher or lower white pied. Because Ghi Mojave pies can look like almost just pure white sometimes, or pretty close to white, and you just lose the gray patterning. So I bred her to a banana Enchi Orange Dream yellow belly pied. It's also het hypo, which probably won't matter because I don't think she's het hypo. And we'll see what we get. I think we can get some really cool stuff, you know, from her. I mean, we could take that, what I just showed you, that pastel coral glow Ghi Mojave, we could take that to the next level. We theoretically can get that with pied in it and some Enchi in it. And, you know, that would be amazing if you can do it. So I don't know. She's been like on the fence. I don't know if she's gonna go or not. We did have some breeding action from her. She looks like she's gonna shed here. Maybe she might shed and then lay in 30 days. I don't know. She might be that close. We started breeding her later in the season because she had a late clutch last year. So we'll keep an eye on her. Pablo's wife was here today, and he was helping us clean, and she cleaned all the glasses. So all my cages are beautiful now. I don't have to open the cages up to even see the snakes anymore. This is one of my oldest carpet pythons. This is a double het snow female. I breed her every year. She took off last year. She had given me, like, sorry for the poops, but you know, they gotta go. We just cleaned too. She decided she was gonna take the year off, and I don't know if it was the male, because I bred the male to her before. I bred a visual snow to her last year, and they just didn't go. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll try to breed her again this year. She looks good. She's eating well. Sometimes they just, you know, they don't want to go every year. I mean, she had gone every year in succession before that, like 3-4 years in a row. So I guess she deserved the year off. All right, we'll just finish off today with the best of the best I've ever produced. Orange Dream Ultra Glow Pied. That's Orange Dream Ultramel Hypo Pied. This is the baby from that female I showed you before, the Hypo double het, the double het Ultramel Pied. I mean, she is the cleanest, nicest pied I think I've ever seen. I mean, the Ultramel Hypo combination, which we call the Ultra Glow, is beautiful. We got Orange Dream in there, and we got pied. I mean, come on, can't get better than that. And she's the low white, which is even better. So, I don't think she's gonna breed this year, but she'll probably breed next year, hopefully. She's been eating pretty well. Pablo's been feeding her well, so hopefully, you never know. Maybe even before the end of next year, we get her to breed. Let's see, look at that beautiful white outlining, and she's just getting better with age. You know, Most snakes, as they get older, they lose it, but she's just as good. And I might as well show you her brother. Her brother, I believe, is just an ultra glow pied. I don't believe he's got orange dream in him, but you never know. I'll have to breed him out. He's pretty light. He's been lightening up actually, which could indicate that there is orange dream in there, because orange dream does get better as it gets older. Obviously he's a lower white, or excuse me, a higher white pied, so he's got more white than she does, which, you know, he's still got enough that he's good, but, you know, I like the higher or the lower white pied ones. I like to see more pattern, but look at the dorsal stripe. It's very orange, but then again, hypo and ultramel will do that too. So not sure, calling this boy an ultra glow pied. So, and we're gonna breed him. I'm trying to breed him this year right now, actually. He's a little on the small side, but I'm trying to breed him so we can prove out and see what he actually is. So we'll see. Great. That girl produced some great babies. All right, guys, that's going to do it for today here at Palumbo's Pythons and Boas. I hope you enjoyed today's video. You know, it was a video of thinking, because you had to look at some of these snakes and say, what's the potential of this snake? Is this snake maybe underrated? Maybe people haven't even realized how good this combination is. I showed you what hypo and caramel look like, the caramel glow, and people just don't seem to be, you know, resonating around it these days, because everyone's into, you know, monarchs, and they're into ultramels, and they think the caramels are defective, and they're really not. You know, there are some lines of it that are defective, but not all of them. And so, you know, I'm still working with the caramel glow combination because I think it looks awesome, and I'm going to start working into some really cool stuff. Matter of fact, if you remember earlier, I produced about 2 weeks ago a caramel glow, which is a a few weeks ago I produced a caramello, which is a caramel and ultramel together, and those are really awesome. So there's a lot of possibilities. You got to keep your mind open. Once you close off your mind to something, then you know what happens. You stop making progress. Look at that hypo double het ultramel pied female that I have that looks like nothing. I bought her, grew up, bred her, and man, I produced some crazy. You saw those crazy babies we produced, world's first at the time. So you got to keep an open mind. Don't let other people tell you what you can or can't do, and go for your own projects and go for what you find interesting and creative, and try to make something no one else has made. And even if you really like what someone else has made already, then make that too. That's fine. Have multiple projects going so that you have different streams of ball python projects in the wings. But that's what I always say, you know, keeps it interesting. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, give us a like, hit that subscribe button, turn on your notifications. We'll see you back tomorrow morning.